Hey everybody, this is Nate with Stowe Training Systems, back today, and I want to talk about why everyone gains weight during the holidays. And really, this could be in general. And the main reason is just going to be a simple lack of planning. Now, I think the main reason most folks have a lack of or have trouble with planning is they're just over complicating things. Like, we don't need to make this really complicated. I like simple because simple works. So before we talk about planning, let's talk about what a fat loss meal looks like. And we talked a little bit about this the other day when we discussed paleo. Basically, every fat loss meal is going to have three things in common. This would be the principles. We can talk about, specific diets, but they're all going to have three things in common. The first thing is they're going to focus on quantity of food. That is literally how much food you're eating. If you eat too much food, the scale weight will go up. If you eat less food, then scale weight will go down. So just simply not overeating, okay? So that'd be fat loss meal tip one. The second part of a fat loss meal is the quality of the food. So by high quality foods, we mean one ingredient foods. That could be eggs, that could be rice, that could be beans, that could be potato. It should just basically be a one word like type thing. If it's been processed or it's in the middle of the grocery store, probably not going to help you lose fat. So if you're looking to get leaner, focus on those types of foods. Finally, it's going to be the ratio of foods. So that's going to be your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. What is the ratio of these foods? Basically, again, just try to avoid no fat, no carbs, no protein. You can go lower, you can go higher, but just try to avoid no, okay? So that's a fat loss meal. It's going to be lower quantity of food, high quality of food, and a ratio of food that's going to leave you feeling full, okay? Okay, now what we want to do is we want to go through our week and plan out, all of our meals for the week. Basically, like think about it ahead of time, and it's going to be a lot easier than you think because about 80% of the meals that we have are the same. 80% of the time, you're eating the same thing. And what's fantastic about that is that's all you need is the 80-20 rule. If you can get 80% of your meals to follow these fat loss principles, low quantity, high quality, a nice ratio to keep you filled full, the other 20% can be, free meals where go ahead and go to the holiday parties, have cake and ice cream too. Go for it as long as it's been planned for. We're not winging it. So here is the simplest way ever to plan out your meals. I'm going to flip my camera around so we're Facebook living a computer works. Hopefully you guys can see this. Oh, fingers over the button. So what I did is I made like a really simple spreadsheet right here in Excel. On the left-hand column, I have week one, meals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might have 2 meals, you might have 7 meals. That's not too important. But do you realize that snacks count as meals, desserts count as meals, everything that you put in your mouth that's not water counts as a meal. So just make sure it's planned, okay? Now what I did is I decided, hey, do I normally have a fat loss meal there? So I put a Y for yes, put whatever, but it just means that, hey, I'm going to eat like a low quantity, high quality type of food. And it's going to have some good ratios. Now, if I know I'm going to cheat, quote unquote cheat, I'm going to drink some beer. That's you got my vice right there. I put free in. So I put free, you can see Wednesday afternoon, I get off work early. Friday afternoon, you can see I get off work early again, and Saturday, and then Sunday's game day. These are free. Now, free means go ahead and have whatever you want. Don't worry about quality, okay? It could be low quality, but you don't want to cheat on quantity. So maybe your thing is ice cream, as we mentioned earlier. Have a scoop of ice cream. Don't have the entire tub. Have a brownie. Don't have the entire box. Drink some beers. Don't black out. But cheat on quality, not quantity, as long as it's planned for. And I said, you know what, Wednesday afternoon, I'm getting off early. I'm going to go to my favorite place, Hot Fields. I'm going to chill there for 2 hours. I'm literally going to have 2 beers. Low quality, but also low quantity. I'm not going to have 5 or 6. I got to drive home. But it's planned for, so I've got no guilt at all about this. Also, because I know if you looked at it, my Thursday's spot on, and my Tuesday's spot on, and my Wednesday morning is all spot on. High quality foods, low quantity. They're all planned out, you know what I mean? And so the goal is just pick out 20% of them. In my example, I have 24 times I'm going to consume calories, so I have 5 times that I can have this or have that. It's all planned out. So just take the time, make a really simple spreadsheet, just like I did here, and think about, hey, what am I going to have ahead of time? Is it going to fit these parameters, or do I have a holiday party? And then that's going to be a little bit like trade-offs, right? So trade-offs and saying no are going to be important. If I'm going to go to this, the wife, Laura, has a office party, say Thursday night, well, I might not want to go out on Wednesday night or Sunday or what have you, so that way I still get my 20% of my, it's still 20%. It's only 5 times out. Or I might have to say no. I really hate to say no to that office party, but, I might say that, Sunday is more important to me. I can't go to like 8 parties this week. With that in the thought, though, is that, we talk about the 80-20. That's true through the week, but it's also true through like the month. So maybe there are a lot of extra parties this week, right? I got to go to one every night. Well, then how about next week? Maybe I don't go out on Wednesday or Sunday or Friday. Maybe I keep those a little bit cleaner so that it still came out to that, over the month, I only went out, for 20% of all of my meals on the month. So you can do it that way too. So trading off and just planning things out ahead of time. Now, maybe you're not quite where I'm at on that 80-20%. You map all your meals out, and you're like 20%, 80%. 20% of the time, high-quality food, low quantity, 80% just having whatever. That's cool, because when it comes to losing weight, it's all about the delta. It's where you're at today, and then just making incremental changes from there as you strive towards this goal. And as you strive and get towards this goal of the 80-20, 80 clean, 20 cheating, you're going to start losing weight and fat there. And then you end up in that maintenance mode, right? My personal body doesn't change a whole lot because this is just a habit. It's just the way I do things. But if you're on that 80%, quote unquote junk food, 20% quote unquote healthy food, and you start moving over, you're going to get better there. So just work towards that, and I suggest just doing it, I would say 1 meal at a time. It is the holidays, so this might not be the best time to start getting there, but you know what? Even 1 meal, even if you got one more meal starting out, that'd be great, and it'll actually set you up for right after the holidays to make one more meal better. Try to go 1 meal every 2 to 4 weeks. Get 1 meal better until you reach kind of those goals of the 80 good and the 20 cheating, if that makes sense. Unless anybody has any questions, I'm going to sign off for today. I'll be back tomorrow around 2 p.m. When I wrap up for the day. Now it's time to get a little workout in and kind of walk the walk. All right, everybody, have a great day. Talk to you guys tomorrow.